What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. This is episode number 52 and we're starting today's episode off with another chance to go top. Yeah, heading into the first game of today's episode of Werder Bremen at the Schuko Arena on the back of no wins in our last 3 games. Now taking on Werder. Dortmund and Leipzig just played each other on match day 24, drew the game 1-1, so that would mean beat Werder at the Schuko Arena. And we go top for the first time this season. Had the chance very recently, spurned it, blew it, first to admit it, after last season's bottle job in the Bundesliga when we were 8 points clear and failed to win the title. That shouldn't come as much of a surprise. But for this game here against Werder, all season long we've been playing catch up after we had that terrible start, just 3 wins in 8 games. We've done so well to get back in the title race, so well to get a chance to go top. I wasn't going to blow it this time. Yeah, 9 minutes in, we had the lead in the game. Josip Brekalo with the Rabona goal. And since Okugawa went down, you know, Brekalo last season came in after the Japanese playmaker did his ACL. He single-handedly won us the Europa League. He's just a great stand-in. And I think that's the best thing I can say about this Bielefeld side. Our top 2 players are Llewellyn and Okugawa. But the stand-ins for those two are like as good as I could ask for. I mean, seriously, Kolo Muani for Jamie Llewellyn and Brekalo for Okugawa. I couldn't ask for better replacements for our top 2 players in this team. So Brekalo to Rabona got his 5th goal of the season in 14 games. He is just such a great backup playmaker to have. And in half an hour in the first half an hour, I'd been absolutely dominant, really, looking for that second goal to give me a cushion. We had a chance to get it, and we'd do so. Nice little extra pass from Llewellyn, offloads to our number 7, and finally, after 24 games in the league, he's got his first goal in a Bielefeld shirt. Club record signing for £61 million. Florian Neuhaus is finally off the mark. To be fair though, that's not what I signed him for. I didn't sign him for goals. I didn't even sign him for assists really, as he almost got 2 goals in the same game here. This shot from range tipped wide as we still led by 2. I signed Neuhaus to be that deep line playmaker, just to, you know, play the balls forward, offload to our more creative players in the front 3, and then of course Llewellyn or Kolo Muani up top, whoever's leading the line and spearheading the attack. Neuhaus really is here for ball retention more than anything, and he does that job really well. You'll see come the end of the season when I run you through the stats, goals and assists, well, that was his first goal all season long, and he's only got a couple of assists as well, but he's not been signed to be that special type of player. Really, it's all about ball retention and holding on to the ball, which he does really well. And later on in the game, as we led by 2, we scored 2 goals in quick succession, both from Marco Ludwig, number 15, who this year is having, well, I'll probably say, I know he's great in season 2, but his best season so far in the save thus far. His growth has been okay, alright, he's coming on nicely, but 2 goals in 9 minutes here saw him bag a brace in a 4-0 victory, and a definitely deserved one as well. You see the stats here from first whistle to last. I was really on it in this game and definitely deserved a win. And so, because of that win and returning to winning ways for the first time this season with 10 games to go, Arminia Bielefeld are top of the table by a point. You look at the goal difference here, it's so tight. Us and Leipzig have the same amount of goal difference, same goal difference on 21. We've both got a +3 better goal difference than Dortmund in 3rd place. You know, right now the goal difference is as tight as the points. So, because of how tight it is right now, I mean, I thought it was going to be a 2-horse race between us and Leipzig. Instead, Dortmund are back into it. You can't rule out the teams directly below either. It could well come down to goal difference this season, and if that is to be the case, well, I'll need more clean sheets like the game against Werder Bremen there. Defense has been our Achilles heel since the series began, if I'm being honest here, since I started playing FIFA 22. Defense has been my weakest aspect. I need to defend better if we're going to win this title on goal difference, because that right now is our concern. We'll always score goals, especially when this guy's healthy. Second game of today's episode, Wolfsburg away, 9 minutes in, Llewellyn's 22nd of the season in 24 games, gives us the opener, but it's at the back I need to tighten up. And 21 minutes in, what a great save by Zach Stephanie. He's been a great signing from Manchester City in the summer transfer window. Keeps it at 1-0 as we still led on Wolfsburg, and then 6 minutes after restart, once again the host coming forward, Verital having a go, but again it's the American getting low down to his right and pushing the ball away. Couple of big saves from Zach in a pretty unconvincing victory, but we will take it. The win keeps us top, back-to-back clean sheets for the first time in donkey's years, and we beat Wolfsburg by a goal points now to remain top of the table in the Bundesliga. You see the stats here. This was one of the rare games of FIFA where there isn't actually that much going on. You know, as we know, this year, goal gluts are so common. Clean sheets are a rarity. And it just seems as though getting opened up and also opening up opponent defenses is very, very easy. And putting the ball in the back of the net is not that difficult in this year's FIFA. But that was one of the rare games where there wasn't really that many chances in the match. In the end, we took the best one we got. And a couple of great saves by Stefan gave us to win. So we remain top of the table as things stand for now. But for the following game, going away from the Bundesliga and away from Germany, this was it. Second leg of the Champions League last 16. Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. One of the front runners to win the Champions League, as we know. And after our 1-0 loss at the Stuttgart Arena, we had to come from behind if we were to make it through to the Champions League quarterfinals. And 12 minutes in, I already felt it was over. Yep, Ruben Diaz. How great has he been, by the way, for Manchester City? You know, since Pep Guardiola came to the Etihad Stadium, he obviously has signed a lot of players, and many of which have been, you know, phenomenal signings. I think João Cancelo right now is one of the best fullbacks in the world. So versatile and great on both ends of the pitch. You know, Rodri, I'm a huge fan of Rodri, a criminally underrated player in my book. But I think that Ruben Diaz is definitely one of Guardiola's best ever signings. He has been phenomenal since coming in from Benfica. I think he's 24 years old, Ruben Diaz. A very young player regardless. And he's only going to get better as well. He's been an amazing signing, and he headed Man City into a very early lead. So we were 2-0 down over 2 legs. And had it not been for Zach Steffen, the former Man City goalkeeper, keeping us in the game, this tie would have been done. I took a long time to get going in this game. My first real chance fell 65 minutes in. Ederson making a smart stop at his near post, keeping the hosts in front. But really, with the firepower that the host had, I knew it was only a matter of time for to get that second goal on the night, the third goal over 2 legs, and kill the tie off, which they would do so. Dusan Vlahovic, the former Fiorentina striker, obviously, as we know, moving on to Juventus in real life. I have to say, with his goal-scoring record in Tuscany, very excited to even maintain that with the old lady there in the Serie A and get Juve back to their best. He scored 2 of the 3 goals late on for Manchester City, including this one in stoppage time here. But at that point, to be fair, the game was basically done. You know when the game is like over, you know when it's like finished, you know it's all over, you ain't coming back. You kind of just lose your discipline a little bit in the later stages. Definitely did for that third goal there. Vlahovic bagged a brace, and there you go. But you have to see, look at his stats here. I think in this game they were slightly deceptive. I did not play that well in this game. I had one really good chance, a couple of half chances really, but I wasn't that great in this game. But I think if you think about the first leg, I don't think we deserved to lose at the Stuttgart Arena. I thought like I played really well in that game. I'm just being honest. Like I don't really big myself up much. I thought I played really well in the first leg, despite being massive underdogs against one of the best teams in the game, in the country, and in the world. But I just didn't take my chances. And the second leg, failing to get a goal, and that's really damning as well, because you know Man City's defense is superb, as we know, one of the best teams in the game. But I have to say, like, not to get a goal in 2 hours worth of football in a FIFA where scoring goals is so simple, that was quite disappointing. But 3-0 over 2 legs, I felt the aggregate scoreline was a little bit deceptive. I don't think we were comfortably beaten over 2 legs, though in the second leg I certainly was. But unfortunately, our progress in the Champions League ends there. First year in Europe's Premier competition. Got through the group stages, but out in the first knockout round. Having said that, I think you got to say the luck of the draw didn't really do us any favours there. Taking on one of the front runners to win the competition, one of the best teams in Europe, yeah. It was always going to be tough for our first team as a growing and developing team. We're out, but to be fair, one round shorter, I should say, than the board wanted, but I'm not too disheartened. Against Man City, I knew we were massive underdogs. Still, for the fourth and final game of today's episode, back to the Stuttgart Arena, back to matters in the Bundesliga, FC Köln. Heading into this game, big one here as we try and keep Leipzig and Dortmund at bay and stay top of the table. Back-to-back wins in the Bundesliga, but on the back of the loss away in Manchester. Needed to respond here against Köln. Right from the first whistle, I had chance after chance. I hit the woodwork twice. I just couldn't break the deadlock until with 20 seconds of normal time in the first half I would. Julian Draxler, the vet, coming in on a free transfer after being released by Paris Saint-Germain, gets his second of the season in the league and puts us in front right before the break. And this was just one of those games where you'll have them, I'll have them, we'll have them, where you absolutely dominate, yet for some reason you just can't get a second goal. And the longer the game goes on, when you're only leading by one, I often say it, I'm never comfortable leading by one because, you know, one moment of magic or one mistake and you'll throw away the lead and possibly all 3 points. In this game, I had chance after chance after chance to get a second goal. How I didn't, I don't know. Thankfully, in the end, I didn't need one. We might have lost away in England, got dumped out of the Champions League, but back to winning ways in the Bundesliga. 3 straight wins and 3 straight clean sheets for the first time all season long. How I only scored 1 in this game, we look at the stats here, I don't know. We'll take it because the victory does ensure, after back-to-back 1-0 victories and 3 straight wins on a trot in the Bundesliga, Arminia Bielefeld remain top of the table with 8 games to go. 1 point clear of Leipzig, now 8 clear of Leverkusen and Dortmund. The 3-horse race has now become a 2-horse race once again. The goal difference so tight, only 1 point separating the top 2 as well. Right now it's looking like it will be, after Bayern's shocking season, either a Bielefeld or Leipzig title. Question is, with 8 games to go, who's going to get it? But that will end today's episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode, guys. Big fan, if you enjoyed it. If you haven't, like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode very soon.